Good morning to all. I am Shane Marie Timidiko, the first reporter of the topic Pictorial Drawing. I am able to read our learning objectives. During this lesson deliberation, the student will be able to understand methods of pictorial projection and principle of solving missing views and lines. Classify projections, complete missing views and lines, and design objects in pictorial isometric drawings. Show accuracy, creativity, patience, and attention to detail and technical drawing. That's our learning objectives. First, pictorial drawing, views of an object, actual or image. And it would be seen by an observer who looks at the object either in a chosen direction or from a selected point of view. Pictorial drawings, either sketched freehand or made with drawings instrument, are frequently used by engineers and architects to convey ideas to their assistants and clients. Sa engineering pa o sa architecture, gamiton kaayo ang pictorial drawings kini nga mga drawing freehand man or gamit og drawing instrument. Makatabang kaayo para i-explain ang ideya sa usa ka designer ngadto sa iyang assistant or clients. Kay dili tanang tao maka-imagine dayon sa shape or design, mao nga ang pictorial drawing makatabang aron klaro og dali masabdan ang plano sa usa ka object o structure. Sa simple nga pagsulti, pictorial drawings are used para makita ang object murag tinuod aron masayon sabton ang design o concept nga gustong ipakita sa engineer or architect. Dapat understandable ang pictorial drawing. Importance of pictorial drawing: make objects easier to understand, show realistic appearance, and help in planning and designing. Are used in engineering, architecture, and product design. Ang naay mga importance details ang pictorial drawings. Make objects easier to understand. Dapat ang imong himo nga pictorial drawing kay understandable or kanang mas dali ra masabtan siya sa mga mutan-ar or sa imong assistant pa, or sa example, you are an engineer or architect, dali masabtan sa imong clients or sa imong assistant. Then dapat mo show siya kanang realistic kanang ang pagtanaw nimo sa imong pictorial drawing kay kuan siya kanang realistic kaayo kanang naghimo kag balay tan-aw nimo kay maka-imagine din ka nga ngani nga balay akong ma-drawing kay sa pag-show pa lang sa engineer or architect kay kanang dali raman siya realistic naman ang pag-drawing niya, dali ra kay siya masabtan. And also ang pictorial drawing maka-help ni siya sa mga engineering and architect kay kanang mamay siyang mag-use ang front view, side view, top view, nga na.
Pictorial drawing has three types: 1. Isometric drawing, 2. Oblique drawing, 3. Perspective drawing. Let's start sa isometric drawing. It is the most commonly used method of pictorial drawing. Isometric drawing are built on three lines called isometric axes. One is drawn vertically and the other two with a 30-set square either side of it. An isometric drawing is a way of presenting designs in 3 dimensions or 3D. They can be completed using the 30-60 set square or freehand. Isometric drawing meaning it is a very common way of showing objects in 3D form. Instead of drawing something flat like in 2D, isometric drawing helps us see the height, width, and depth of an object all at the same time. In isometric drawing, we use three main lines called isometric axes. Ang una, kay vertical line siya, which is patindog. Ang duha kay slanted nga lines nga nag-angle og 30 degrees pakilid sa left ug right. These three lines serve as guides so that the drawing looks even and balanced. Bisan pa simple ang object, kung isometric drawing gamiton, makita nimo nga mura siyag tinuod nga kahon, building, or tool ang imong gina-drawing kay naa siya'y klarong depth or kalawom. Makadrawing ka gamit og 30-60 set square para exact ang angles, pero pwede ra sad nga freehand kung comfortable na ka. So ang importante kay masunod nimo ang angle sa isometric para dili sayop tan-awon ang imuhang drawing. Isometric drawing is very useful sa engineering, architecture, ug bisan sa technology and livelihood education kay it helps people understand how the object truly looks in real life. So sa picture makita nimo it is a cube in isometric drawing. So ang picture nagpakita siya og isometric cube. So makita nimo nga ang cube is naa siya tulo ka faces and ang tanan is visible. Naay usa ka front face, right side, and usa ka top. Ang mga lens nga paingon sa left ug right kay 30 degrees, so mao nang klaro kaayo nga isometric drawing siya. Next is the oblique drawing. Is probably the simplest method of producing a pictorial drawing because surfaces are directly in front of the viewer will look very similar to the front view in an orthogonal drawing. It is a method of drawing objects in 3 dimensions and may be drawn at any angle, although 45 is generally used. It is quite a simple technique compared to isometric or even perspective drawing. So, oblique drawing, one of the easiest way to show an object in 3D form. So, mas simple ni siya kumpara sa isometric drawing kay ang front view sa object mo na gyud ang makita nimo nga klaro. Pareho ra gyud siya sa front view sa orthographic drawing. Sa oblique drawing, kita na kaayo ang front face sa object, wala na siya nag-angle, wala nag-slant, straight gyud siya, so mao na siyang dali sabton og dali siya i-drawing. So mao pod ni reason nga daghang beginners or students nga mas makasabot ani nga method. Unya, para ipakita ang depth or kalawom sa object, mag-drawing ka og slanted lines pa backwards. So kining lines kasagaran is gina-drawing at an angle ug ang pinaka-common nga gamiton kay mga 45 degrees. So, pwede ra lain siya nga angle pero 45 degree jud ang pinakasayon og pinakabalansi nga tan-awon. Sa oblique drawing, so ang front face niya is normal ug klaro and pareho sa tinuod nga shape. And the side back face, ginahimo siya nga slanted para makita ang iyahang 3D effect. And again, the depth lines or ang kalawom sa object is usually mga 45 degrees siya. So, tungod kay direkta makita ang front shape, so dali ra dayon ka makaila kung unsa ang iyahang object. Maunang oblique drawing kay practical gamiton sa simple presentations, sketches, o pag-introduce sa 3D drawing. So, oblique drawing looks different from isometric because di ba kay ang isometric sa gingon ako ganina is 30 degree both sides. So, ang kaning oblique 45 degree pa backwards ang depth and oblique front face is tinuod og klaro kaayo ang iyahang shape. So, as you can see sa drawing, kay cube gihapon pero gagamit siya og oblique method. So, ang front face square og klaro kaayo. Ang side face kay gina-drawing using 45 degree slanted lines para makita ang iyahang gilawmon. So, mura siya gi-push pa backwards ang kilid para nga mo-form siya og 3D effect. There are two specific forms of oblique drawing. Number 1 is cavalier projection. Number 2 is cabinet projection. Cavalier projection is obtained when the angle between oblique projectors and the plane of projection is 45 and the rear projections are true to size. The resulting figure appears too thick and distorted. So in cavalier projection, the depth of the object is drawn exactly the same length as the real measurement, meaning full size jud siya. Kung unsay size sa kanang object, maupos ang size sa imuhang drawing. So this makes the drawing easy if you want accurate measurements because wala siya gina-shortened. Unsa kataas ang depth sa actual size, maupod kataas ang imuhang i-drawing. So when it comes to cabinet projection, it is used to correct this deficiency. Cabinet projection is an oblique projection where the length of the lines projecting backwards are original size. In cabinet projection, the depth is reduced to half size, meaning if ang real depth gani is 40 millimeters, ang imong i-drawing is only 20 millimeters. So this adjustment is done to fix the problem found in cavalier projection where the object looks too thick. So by shortening the depth, the drawing becomes more balanced, realistic, and visually correct when seen in 3D. So again, ang kaning cabinet mo ni siya ang drawing nga ginahaf ang depth. So mao nga mas hapsay ug mas normal siya tan-awon ang object kay dili siya mo burot ang iyahang kilid.
So now I will be discuss the perspective drawing is one of the best types of drawing to use to provide a pictorial representation of an object. They produce an image of an object in 3 dimensions that is very similar to what the human eye sees. Perspective drawing can be in 1-point or 2-point or 3-point perspective. One of the most common uses of perspective drawing is in architecture, where it is used to provide a client or the public an image that gives us a good representation of how the project will look when it is built. So, ang kanang perspective drawing or perspective drawing nga, mo ni siya ang sa Tagalog pa is pananaw. Kung unsa, di ba kita nagalinlain ta og mga perspective. Example, mo draw siya og blackboard. So diri nga side is tanaw niya blackboard na. Pero ang ubang ningon nga dili man na blackboard kay lain siya og kanang lain siya pagka-draw or dili siya ma-emphasize nga blackboard. Pero everyone there have a different perspective. So ang kanin siyang perspective drawing is mo ni siya kadalasan gigamit sa architecture kanang pagbuhat nila og mga drafts sa kanang building, mga iningana kay sayon ra bitaw siya unya ma-emphasize ra dayon nimo. Mo na siyang nasudi ra ang 1-point perspective, 2 and 3. So now I will be discuss the 1-point perspective and 2-point perspective. So the difference between 1, 2, and 3 perspective. So now I'll be discuss the 1-point perspective first, also known parallel perspective. Uses single vanishing point on the horizon line is suitable for depicting frontal views of object or scenes. It is commonly used for portraying flat surfaces that are facing the viewer, such as building, facades or roads, descending into the distance. So, mo na siya ang 1-point perspective. So, when you say 1-point perspective, ang emerge yung gamiton ana is 1 horizon line and 1 vanishing point. And also, example, magbuhat ka og box. Ako ipakita later on ang example. So, kana siyang, imugo na siya, ang mga depth is sa vanishing point, rago na nimo siyang i-connect. Okay? So, okay. I will be demonstrating on how to draw 1-point perspective. So obviously, you use 1 horizon line and also 1 vanishing point rago natong gamiton. Kay 1-point perspective ba man. So as if nga magbuhat ta og box. So this is the process on how to draw a box using a 1-point perspective. So, imo ra na siyang i-connect sa vanishing point ang mga depth nga atong gamiton. And after that, imo na siyang butangan diri og line kay para mas ma-emphasize nato nga box din siya. So, kana nakabuhat na ta og box. So, dira na nato siya butangan og shading kay para makita nato ang asa ang top ana and asa ang ubos. Nga, pwede na nanimo siyang i-reason ang diri sa igbaw. Kana. So, as what you can see, nakabuhat na ta og 1 box. So, inga na ra siya ka-simple pagbuhat sa 1-point perspective. So, Okay, moving on, the two-point perspective, also known as utilizes two angular perspective. The horizon line, vanishing point on typically placed on the left and right sides of the drawing. It is often used for illustrating objects or scenes views from an angle, such as corner of rooms or street corners, as it allows for the depiction of depth and space along two sets of converging line. So, ang kani siyang two-point perspective, gigamitan ni nato siya one horizon line re Japon. Pero, two vanishing point na siya. Gibutang siya sa right and left side. So, kani siya, gitawag nato siya or utilize also known angular perspective. So, muna siyang nakalain. Kay kung sa one-point perspective, also known as parallel perspective, ra ba to siya or parallel line. So, ang kani siya is, gigamitan na nato siya og two vanishing point. So now, I will demonstrate Japon sa two-point perspective. So, mugamit ta og one horizon line and two-point perspective. Unya ato mugamit sad ta diri sa center sa horizon line o vertical line. So, man na siya. I-connect Japon nato sa vanishing point. Mao Japon diri sa pikas. Ingani ra ang process sa pagbuhat nato og So mao Japon i-connect Japon nato sa vanishing point. Mao pod ang sa pikas. So, pwede na nato i-reson ang dire. Para mas magets nato kung asa ang box ani nga nabuhat nato, so mao na ni siya ang result. So, mao na ni siya. Mao ni siya ang one-point perspective ug mao ni siya ang two-point perspective.
Okay, so good day everyone. I am Angelo P. Arsenal from the Bitilit HE2A and I will be discussing the following. Okay, first is the three-point perspective. The three-point perspective employs three vanishing points, usually positioned above, below, and at the eye level of the viewer. This technique provides a greater degree of flexibility in illustrating height, depth, and distance, making it suitable for tall buildings or for more complex scenes, buildings to interiors or dramatic compositions, where multiple planes or viewpoints are involved. So, the three-point perspective uses three vanishing points to show things in a more realistic and dramatic way. One vanishing point at the left or right, and another on the opposite side, and the third one is above or below the object. This technique helps artists show height, depth, and distance all at the same time. It is useful for drawing tall buildings, interiors, or scenes that look like you're looking up or down. Overall, a three-point perspective makes your drawing look more dynamic and lifelike. Okay, next slide. So, in this section, I will show you the different tools that we use for pictorial drawing. First is the pencil. So it is the image of a pencil. Next is the ruler for making lines, straight lines. Next is the compass for making perfect circles or angles. Next is the T-square. And then, the triangle. Next, the drafting paper. Followed by the eraser. And the last one is the drawing board. All these tools play a crucial role in pictorial drawing. The pencil allows us to sketch ideas to make precise lines, while the ruler, T-square, and triangle helps us ensure accuracy and correct angles. The compass is essential for drawing perfect circles, and drafting paper provides a clean surface for our work. An eraser lets an eraser correct the mistakes, and the drawing board gives stability and support. Together, these tools make it possible to create clear, accurate, and professional drawings, turning your ideas into visual reality. Okay, and that's all. Hope you learned something. Thank you, and God bless us all. Okay, so in this part, we will learn how to solve missing lines using isometric drawing. So we will look at the front view, top view, and the side view of an object to understand its full shape. These views gives us important clues about the object's height, width, and the depth. After studying them, we will create an isometric drawing to show the object in 3D. This lesson, I will help you visualize shapes more accurately and improve your technical drawing skills. Okay, so this scenario or image shows how to find the missing lines of a shape using its front, top, and side views. So, each view gives us clues about the shape's height, width, and depth. By putting the three views together, we can see the parts that are hidden or not shown. After understanding all the views, we draw the complete object in isometric form. The isometric drawing helps us see the object clearly in 3D from one angle. So, to conclude, rather, using the front, top, and the side views helps us understand every part of the object, even the lines that are hidden. By combining these views, we can create a complete and accurate isometric drawing. This 3D view allows us to see the whole shape clearly from its height, width, and depth. Remember, mastering these views will make your technical drawing more precise and easier to read. Okay, next, the last part.
Next is solving missing views orthographic. So, makita nimo sa picture na akong ikuan diri sa igba or may kanang report. So, makita nimo sa igba, makita nimo tanawa nimo ang 3D object like sa left side. Then this is the actual shape nga ato i-convert into 3 views like front view, top view, and side view. Mao tong yung ganihan nga maka-help sa mga engineering. So, i-identify yun sa makita sa front. So, from the front, you can see height ang ihang katason, pila ka levels or width or ihang kalapdon. And wala kay makita nga deep ka na ihang kalawmon sa likod. So, the front looks like 3 stacked rectangles. Mao bitaw nga ng drawing sa front. I-identify unsa makita sa top. So, ang makita sa top, from the top view, tanaw sa kababa or sa object, makita nimo ang weight. Same sa front siya. So, deep padto sa likod. Ang deep niya, padto sa likod. So, since stairs shape siya, makita nimo nga part is long and the top level is short. So, maunang 2 rectangles ang top view. 1 long rectangle, lower step. 1 short rectangle, upper step. So, i-identify unsa makita sa side. From the side, you see ang iyahang katason, then second ang iyahang kalamo, like ang iyang deep. This time di na nimo makita ang way, di na nimo makita ang iyahang kalaptot because the object is shaped line and L. The side view also become L shape. That's why the side view drawing is exactly L shape. So if imong i-combine ang tanan, we can, the front view shows the height. So, ang front view mag-show siya sa taas-on. And top view shows the deep ang kalamon. Then, side view puts them together like forma na ang orthographic views. And that's all. Thank you.
Designing objects in different pictorial projections. Number 1 is oblique projection. As you can see in the picture, the front part of the object is drawn exactly the way it looks. Mao gyud ang iyahang tinuod nga porma. The sides going backward are drawn at a 45-degree angle and their lengths are usually shortened so the drawing becomes easier. These types of projection is commonly used for quick sketches because it is simple to make and easy to understand. Bisag di kayo siya ingon nga realistic, klaro gihapon ang shape sa object kay ang front view mao man ang pinakadiha-diha dayon nga imuhang makita. Isometric projection. So as you can see in the picture, the object is drawn using equal angles so it looks more like a true 3D model. So the left and right sides are tilted at 30 degrees from the horizontal, giving the drawing a balanced and realistic appearance. All the edges are drawn in their true length, meaning sakto gyud ang sukat sa tanang sides. This method is often used for technical and engineering drawings because it shows the object clearly and accurately. Murag tinuod siya nga actual object ang tan-aw, mao nga mas detailed siya kumpara sa oblique.
Kani siya is one of the example Japanese siya sa 2-point perspective. So, ako naman to siyang nakuan kung giun sa to siya pagbuhat mo to siya ang murag process sa pagbuhat sa box. Mo ni siya ang process ani para makabuhat ta og box. So mao ni siya ang naa sa example kung giunsa ni siya pagbuhat, pero ako lang siyang ibalik para mas masabtan. So mao Japon mo gamit ta og 1 horizon line and 1 point perspective, second point perspective, and then vertical line sa center sa horizon line. So, mauna siya pero duha lang na siya ka box pero usa sa ni siya sa 2-point perspective sa inyong nakita dira.
So in summary, pictorial drawing shows objects in 3D, it helps visualize and understand designs, and it has 3 types, which is the isometric, oblique, and perspective drawing, and it is important in drafting, architecture, and engineering. And that would be all. Thank you.